The curtain is descending on the stage of the long day. The colors of the afternoon are turning into gray. I look back at the journey with a peaceful, quiet mind, leaving every regret and every sorrow far behind. I am ready for the silence of the winter's heavy snow.
L'ultimo respiro come un bacio che dobbiamo dare to the universe that lent us the ability to care. The lights of the theater are fading one by one, but the work of the spirit is already completely done. I am at the threshold of the mysterious unknown, reaping all the beauty of the seeds that we have sown. The final destination
that the heart has always known,
softer than the feather,
lighter than the air.
In the final breath we are returning to the source, the end of the river and the ending of the course. No more need for words or for the struggle of the will. In the sanctuary of the perfectly and holy still,
a transition of the light into a different kind of glow. Everything we've learned is everything we need to know.
I feel the grip of the material beginning now to slip, as the soul prepares itself for the transcendental ship. The anchor is lifted from the heavy sandy floor as we drift away toward the distant golden shore. For I am filled with the essence of a pure and holy light. We have sung our songs and we have lived our many lives, but the legacy of love
is the only thing that survives.
The breath is just a bubble that is bursting on the sea,
setting the identity
of the person finally free, closing the heavy book of the history we made,
as the details
of the eagle start to fade.
Further than the prayer,
deeper than the sleep.
In the final breath we are returning to the source, the end of the river and the ending of the course.
No more need for words or for the struggle of the will.
In the sanctuary of the perfectly and holy still,
a transition of the light into a different kind of glow.
Everything we've learned is everything we need to know.
Let it go,
let it fly
underneath
the canvas of the everlasting sky.
No more pain,
no more weight, no more heavy, heavy chain. Only the belonging and the ending of the
one last release.
In the final breath we are returning to the source, the end of the river and the ending of the course. No more need for words or for the struggle of the will. In the sanctuary of the perfectly and holy still, a transition of the light into a different kind of glow. Everything we've learned is everything we need to know. Into the peace we are whole. Final breath, In the quiet of the morning dew, I find a sanctuary, a holy light that guides my spirit through the heavy mist. Every breath I take is a testament to the unseen, waiting for the whisper of the angels to call my name.
Nel silenzio della notte cerco la tua nobile verità.
An ancient path carved in the stone of ancient time.
My heart is a temple where the incense of hope burns,
searching for the dawn that promises a world reborn,
rising like the incense smoke to reach the golden throne.
We offer up the fragments of a life we've known,
higher than the mountains, deeper than the sea. This is our eternal prayer, a song that never fades, echoing through valleys and the darkest canyon shades.
with the million voices joined in harmony so pure.
Love is the salvation that will forever endure.
A sacred vow spoken to the sky above.
I walk upon the burning sand with faith as my only shield.
The stars are witnesses to the promises we yield.
No distance is too far for a soul that seeks the flame.
I shout the glory of your spirit, I invoke your name.
And in the middle of the storm
I see the beacon
a
shine
celestial map design.
by a weaver so divine. I am but a vessel for the melody of peace, praying for the day when all the earthly sorrows cease. Climbing through the clouds to touch the silver lining,
To wandering souls in a perfect cosmic aligning,
brighter than the sun, softer than the moon.
This is our eternal prayer, a song that never fades, echoing through valleys and the
Darkest canyon shades, with the million voices join in harmony so pure.
love is the salvation
That will forever endure, a sacred vow spoken to the sky above.
Sanctus, Sanctus, we cry into the vast unknown, building a cathedral from the seeds that we have sown.
No wall can hold the spirit, no chain can bind the light.
We are the guardians of the truth within the night. Hear the humble plea,
Grant us the strength to see
the miracles in everything.
our eternal prayer, a song that never fades. This is our eternal prayer, a song that never fades.
Echoing through valleys and the
Darkest canyon shades, with the million voices joined in harmony so pure.
love is the salvation
That will forever endure, a sacred vow, an endless light, our prayer of love.
Amen. The spirit finds its way home.
In the hollow of your hand, eternal prayer. world is far too loud for hearts to truly listen now. We lose the meaning in the shouting of the restless crowd. But here within this chamber, where the shadows dance, I find the courage to surrender to a quiet trance.
Il rumore del mondo svanisce oltre il confine, where words are useless and the spirit starts to shine. I breathe the stillness of the air like a healing balm, finding the power in the center of a perfect calm. Listen to the beating of the pulse beneath the skin, the journey to the universe that lies deep within. Everything is clear when the noise is gone. In the sacred silence, we find the truth we hide. No more secrets left to carry, nowhere left to sigh. A cathedral built of nothing but the absence of a sound, where the most profound of mysteries are finally found, wrapped in the velvet of a wordless stream. Beneath the frozen lake, the water remains so still, waiting for the winter to obey a higher will. There is a wisdom in the pausing of the frantic race, a holy dignity reflected in a quiet face. I gather up the pieces of a fragmented, broken day, and let the stillness wash the bitterness and dust away. It's in the pause between the notes where the music lives, in the empty cup that the fountain of the spirit gives. Gravity is pulling us toward the center of the soul, where the broken fragments are finally made whole, empty and yet full, silent and yet loud. In the sacred silence, we find the truth we hide, and no more secrets left to carry, nowhere left to sigh. A cathedral built of nothing but the absence of a sound, where the most profound of mysteries are finally found, wrapped in the velvet of a wordless stream. Do not speak, just let the energy flow, like the falling of the soft and heavy snow. It covers the scars, it mends the frayed seams, the language of angels, the language of dreams. Quiet, so quiet. Feel the space between the heartbeats. In the sacred silence, we find the truth we hide. No more secrets left to carry, nowhere left to sigh. A cathedral built of nothing but the absence of a sound, where the most profound of mysteries are finally found,
flashing like the shields of warriors in the dark, and every lightning bolt is a cold and jagged spark. I see the ruins of the dreams we built upon the sand, shattered by the movements of a cruel and heavy hand. The rain is tasting like the salt of many bitter tears.
Il cielo si frantuma sotto il peso dei miei anni, facing the cold reality of all the hidden damages.
The stars are falling like the jewels from a broken crown, and everything we cherished is slowly burning down.
But even in the wreckage, there's a spark of something real,
Gathering the fragments of the world that's been undone,
searching for the traces of the warm and distant sun,
fighting through the chaos of the falling sky.
even through the broken heavens we will find a way
To bridge the gap between the night and the coming of the day.
though the firmament is cracking and the pillars start to shake. We are the only promise
That the storm can never break,
rising from the debris
with a courage made of steel, a destiny that only we are destined now to seal.
I will not tremble when the thunder shakes the solid ground.
I will not falter when the sirens of the end resound.
My chest is a fortress, my will is a sharp blade.
I am the master of the choices that I've proudly made.
The darkness is a challenge that I'm ready to embrace.
I'll find the beauty in the lines of your exhausted face, and use the fragments of the sky to build a new escape,
giving our salvation
a new and better shape. The storm is just a canvas for the strength we have to show. The seeds of our resilience are beginning now to grow,
braving the destruction of the atmosphere above.
with nothing but the fierce tenacity of love.
Harder than the diamond,
Bolder than the lion.
even through the broken heavens we will find a way
To bridge the gap between the night and the coming of the day.
though the firmament is cracking
And the pillars start to shake.
we are the only promise
That the storm can never break. Rising from the debris with a courage made of steel. A destiny that only we are destined now to see.
rebuild the temple,
Restore the light.
from the shards of the blue.
We will create the new.
No disaster is final.
No ending is absolute. The spirit is the tree. The soul is the lasting fruit.
Let it fall.
Let it break.
We remain.
Even through the broken heavens, we will find a way to bridge the gap between the night and the coming of the day.
Though the firmament is cracking and the pillars start to shake.
We are the only promise that the star can never break.
Rising from the debris.
With the courage made of steel, a destiny that only we are destined now to seal.
Heavens broken,
But hope we rise.
heavens broken,
But hope we rise.
heavens broken.
as the light of the afternoon exits through the door. I see the outlines of the memories we used to hold so tight, now blurring at the edges in the coming of the night. The shapes of our history are becoming pale and thin.
L'oscurità cammina dove una volta c'era il sole. The ghosts of our conversations and the echo of the words flying to the south
like a flock of lonely birds.
The darkness is a blanket that is covering the past,
a reminder that the physical
was never meant to last.
But the essence of the light remains within the inner eye, watching as the profiles of the mountains kiss the sky,
learning how to let the heavy attachments finally die.
Softer than the whisper, darker than the call. In the fading shadows we are finding what is real beyond the tangible world and the things that we can feel. The flicker of the spirit is the only thing that stays when the ego disappears in a dim and misty haze. We don't need the clarity of a bright and neon glare to know that the divinity is always standing there.
The gray is overlapping with the purple and the blue, changing all the perspectives of the things I thought I knew. The weight of the material is starting to dissolve into a simple mystery that we don't have to solve.
I am comfortable with the coming of the evening shade,
For I am not a creature
that is easily afraid.
The ghosts are just the reflections of the beauty we have known.
Seeds of the eternity that we have already sown.
I'll dance within the twilight where the borders start to bleed,
Finding all the nourishment that my hungry soul will need.
dissolving the boundaries
Between the you and me, becoming but a ripple in a dark and glass-like sea, purer than the silence, deeper than the sleep. In the fading shadows we are finding what is real beyond the tangible world is a texture to the way you look into my eyes, soft as the petals and the lavender of evening skies. No rough edges left to bruise the tenderness we share. A quiet luxury that's breathing in the stagnant air. I am wrapped in the comfort of your mahogany voice.
La tua anima è pura, un tessuto di rara bellezza, caressing the spirit with a deep and warm finesse.
I've walked through the briars and the thorns of the world, but now I am safe where the banners are furled.
Your kindness is a fabric that can shield me from the cold.
Smooth as the river stone,
rich as the darkest wine,
where the threads of our existence start to intertwine.
A quality of spirit that is impossible to buy. We possess a velvet soul, woven with the finest gold.
A story of 1,000 years that's never been told.
Soft to the touch, but strong enough to stand the strain.
A shelter from the winter and the biting of the rain.
Exquisite and refined in every fiber, every part.
The masterpiece of feeling in the gallery of the heart.
I remember the grit and the gravel of the lonely road, the weight of the iron and the heavy dusty load.
But you've polished the spirit until it started to gleam,
transforming the nightmare into a lucid dream.
My rougher instincts have been tamed by your touch,
and I have learned that loving doesn't have to hurt so much.
It can be a cushion, it can be a gentle bed, where the angry words of the past are never said. We are the artisans of a soft and steady flame, giving a new meaning to a tired and broken name.
Layer upon layer of a deep and plush desire,
Burning with the embers of a sophisticated fire, purer than the silk, deeper than the moss.
we possess a velvet soul, woven with the finest gold.
A story of 1,000 years that's never been told.
Soft to the touch, but strong enough to stand the strain.
A shelter from the winter and the biting of the rain.
Exquisite and refined in every fiber, every part.
The masterpiece of feeling in the gallery of the heart.
Feel the grain of the life we've made, and
No colors will ever begin to fade.
it's a durable mercy,
A luxury of peace
where